Hello friends, let's discuss what is script writing and what is direction. What is the difference between a director and a script writer in a movie? So, before starting that discussion, we should know what is filmmaking and what are the steps of filmmaking. So, uh, first of all, an idea is being conceived and then it is being structured, it is made into a script, then it is shot, then the editing process is being done, which is the mixing of everything into one and making the magic. So, I'll start with what is pre-production. In the pre-production is mainly headed by the screenwriter and director of the movie. So what the screenwriter does is that he conceives an idea, emotion, character, dialogue, anything which motivates him or inspires him, and try to make a story out of it, a story outline out of it. So if a screenwriter is very much talented, then he may not need an outline, but anyways, subconsciously he creates an outline. An outline always helps in the script. So this process maybe going up to 6 months, 2, 3, 6, 12, or even 2 years. Okay, so we move to the production part of the movies. What is production? Production is, there is a lot of sound behind. Sorry for that interruption, but let's look for the production part of the filmmaking. What is production? Now, if you look to the production, it's basically the shoot. You have to schedule the shoot. You have to arrange actors, everyone, technicians, everyone together and make the shoot happen. So for this, more than a creative skill, an event management skill is required. So here the main role is played by director, not the script writer, but the director. Yes, script writer can always assist director whenever it comes to scene taking, but everything should be arranged by director. And assistants and cinematographer come into the role while the production is being taken care. So now after this we go to post production where editing is done, where everything is mixed into magic. So the movie magic is created actually there. So let's first discuss what is uh, let's look at the roles of a scriptwriter. As I discussed earlier, a scriptwriter is a person who when inspired by a subject or a theme or told to do a story on a theme, writes a story. Scriptwriter can be a story writer, or he can be inspired. He can get inspired from any other story and create a movie script out of it. Now we will start from the basic of script writing in this session. So we will start from the initial conception of idea, then making it into story, then making it into script, and then making it into a screenplay. First, the initial conception of idea can be of anything. Like some people ask, how can I get an idea to make a script? You can get idea from anything, from your memory, from your childhood memories, everything. Even from the mostly from the newspaper articles, or from what is happening in the society, from what you want to say to the society, or even a character or a dialogue that the character speaks, or a character's strangeness. Anything can be your motivation. So after that motivation, what you do, you go, uh, first step is, when that motivation is there, then you create maximum information around that motivation. If you don't know the story earlier, if you know the story, then there is only structuring required, and then creating the characters and dialogues that we'll discuss later. But in the inception stage, when you want to make the story, whatever you are getting motivated with, whether it is a character, or it is a newspaper article, a small news, uh, dialogue, or anything, theme, or anything, you have to just get informations around it. Informations can be gathered through Google, newspaper articles, or even from your personal life. Okay, personal or social life. So you got a lot of information around it, and now you are going through those informations. Now don't start making story uh, from the starting itself. That will lead you to many other things, like, because a professional scriptwriter should always know, should always sorry, there's one more concept which came to my mind. A scriptwriter only becomes professional when he has extracted everything personal out of himself. This is what I believe, and most of the scriptwriters believe, because otherwise you are just writing your personal diary. You can be a scriptwriter, you can write a good script initial or 2 day, you can write a good script on your personal experience, but when you are a professional, you have to keep on going doing the work. So you cannot always write your personal experiences. Also, personal experience is very good motivation, I don't deny that, but I'm telling about professional screenwriting. So uh, when you got lot of information around the theme or idea on which you are going to make a movie, or you are going to write a script on the movie, you then uh, decide the characters. It is better that you choose the characters according to the theme or the script. It should not be intentional. If it is intentional, then it is like, if it is intentional, then then what happens is that everyone will know. It looks very odd. Script is very natural process. The things which I am telling is always a checklist to the script. So you have to just try to create characters around it. If you know the story, you will get the characters anyways. But if you don't know the story, you have to create your own world with the idea you have conceived and the characters around it, which are supporting as well as opposing the idea. Now you create dialogues, and there are a lot of things about dialogues and characters which we'll discuss in later sessions. But this time we'll just keep it into this, keep it into the roles of scriptwriter and director. So in the pre-production, he first conceptualize the idea, then then write the script, then create the characters, then write the dialogues, then make it into a script format, and then discuss with director about the script. then the director suggests the changes accordingly. But the scriptwriter's role mostly ends in the pre-production area, where he makes the blueprint of a movie. But some directors don't agree with this. For example, Tarantino doesn't agree that the script is a blueprint of the movie. He writes script as a novel. He writes it with flowery ideas and things, because he thinks a script as a separate entity into the movie. So if you are a director and you are going to make a movie on the script which you have written, then it's okay. You can scribble whatever you want, because you just have to understand your own scribblings. But when you are trying to become a script writer and trying to sell your script to others, or giving it to others to read, the professional script writers to read, uh, it's better, even when you give it to read to a layman, it should be a very good visual experience to that person. Even if a layman reads, it should give a very good visual experience to that person. So everything in detail should be written in script. Now, uh, now, what is the role of a director? Okay, we have written a very good script. Everything is inside that. Now, what the director has to do? The scriptwriter itself can go and shoot, right? He knows the story better. Then why director? Okay, we will come to that question. What is the role of a director? One famous Malayalam director has told that, I don't remember the name, sorry, but one famous Malayalam director has told that director is a catalyst which joins every aspect of filmmaking and every person in that process. So that is one role of a director, that coordinating and joining people is not everyone's cup of tea. That is not everyone's job. So a director coordinates and makes the movie happen. Okay, so that is the first difference between script writer and director. Direction requires event manager as well as creativity. He should be a good manager and a creative person. Now, what? Okay, we chose. We can choose an event management manager to direct, right? Why we are choosing a director to direct? That is a question. If that is a question, then there is an answer to it. Director also uses creativity in the movies, like like in Mahesh and the Pratyaram, there is a uh, chappal uh, chappal which is placed on the foreground, and Mahesh is bathing on the background. This is a clear indication of the future. This is called irony, creating irony for the future. Like, he already knows the script, and it creates a subconscious impact on the audience. These directions, means these ideas are being communicated by the director, mostly by the director. When on the shoot, the creative aspect is to be dealt by the director. Knowing story, scripts, everything fully, he decides how to take the shot, how the character should react it, how the where the character should be silent, how the character should behave in front of the camera. Everything is decided by the director. So even mm, if you look Ligiorgio's Palisheri's movies, it is a best example it is a best example which can distinguish between a scriptwriter and a director. In every movie, Lijojo Pellissieri has his own mark of directing things. Like in Amen, how he has shot the comedy versions. A musical comedy was not at all thought after before this. I'm sure the scriptwriter also could not have thought about it. It is a Lijojo Pellissieri's thought or take on it. So I'm winding up my session here. We will deeply do discussions about other aspects of filmmaking. Please comment or let me know about your thoughts about my podcast. There is a lot to be improved over my podcast, and I actually want a discussion, not like a class. I'm not teaching anyone. I am also learning filmmaking. So whenever someone thinks that whatever I have told is not right and he knows better, so please tell me, because I want to learn from you. Okay, thank you. This is Vinit signing off. Thank you.